Gotta fix my hair. I don't know why. I feel like I can never get this right. Need a sip of coffee first. I think we're good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Monique, and today's video is going to be all about the Isle of Paradise tanning water, my first impression and honest thoughts and what I think of it. So for those of you that do not know, I love doing reviews like this on my channel, and I especially love reviewing beauty products. I've reviewed magnetic eyelashes, tons of different dry shampoos, hair care products, and a various amount of other things on my channel, and today I thought it would be fun to try out the Isle of Paradise tanning water. I am a pretty fair-skinned gal, and I am all about self-tanning products. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the application, the pricing, my before and after results, and just overall my experience with it and my thoughts on it. So without further rambling, let's get on into the video. Alright, so just a little bit of a background on my own self-tanning experience. Like I said earlier, I am a pretty fair-skinned girl, and because of that, I have tried a variety of self-tanning products. I've tried St. Tropez's tanning mousse, pretty much all the shades they offer. I've tried Loving Tan, I've tried Fake Bake, I've tried Jergens, like Gradual Tan. I mean, honestly, the list goes on. And I have been seeing the brand Isle of Paradise everywhere, and I've been seeing specifically their tanning water and tanning drops everywhere. So I had to get my hands on these to see how well they perform and what I think of it. Before trying the Isle of Paradise, my favorite tanning product to this date has to be the Loving Tan mousse, and that is the type of self-tanning product that I do have the most experience with. So when purchasing and trying out this tanning water, I was a little bit hesitant just because I am used to the mousse and I didn't really know what to expect with tanning water. So I actually bought a kit, and the kit that I got came with a mini tanning water, a mini self-tanning drop, and then also the applicator mitt, and I got that all for $35. And I decided to purchase the kit because I've already tried the tanning drops before on my face and I really liked them. So I knew that when purchasing the kit, I was good to go with the drops, and I was a little nervous about the water, so I didn't want to buy the full size without knowing if I liked it. So I thought that the kit was perfect for me, and it was a great value to get all three of those for $35. But you can pick up a full size of this tanning water. Like I said, this is the mini. It's only 3 fluid ounces, but the full size is 6, so about twice the size of this for $28. And then you do not need to apply this with a mitt, but you can, and if you do want a mitt, then you do have to purchase that separately, I think. So this tanning water comes in 3 different shades, a light, a medium, and a dark, and they all have like different undertones in them. So this is the medium, and as you can see, it does have the green undertone, and I decided to pick up the medium because I prefer a noticeable tan, I guess. Even though I am fair-skinned, I often find that tanners that are more marketed for fair-skinned people aren't dark enough for my liking. I like to look pretty dark and tan and noticeable. I mean, I definitely want it to be natural and look good, but I don't really like putting in that much effort into my tan for it to have just a very subtle appearance, if that makes sense. So I did decide to pick up the medium. I was a little nervous about the dark, so the medium was what I got. For applying this tanning water, I did everything that I normally do to prepare my skin for a self-tanner. So I showered, I shaved, I exfoliated, did all of that, and then the next day before putting on the self-tanner, I put lotion on my elbows, my knees, my hands. I always load it on my face, my ankles, just all the places that tend to be more dry and where you don't really want the tan to stick to. So I always use like a Nivea body lotion that I've had for years. I do have a clip of it, so I will include it in this video so you can see, but I don't really think that it matters. I would just use like a good hydrating lotion. And then after that, I just started spraying it on all over my body and then completely saturating the body part and then rubbing it in with the mitt in sweeping motions. You can use your palms, but I prefer to use a mitt just because I don't really like my hands to be orange, and sometimes I find that if you do use your palms and you don't scrub your hands good enough, then it might be a little bit hard to avoid the orange palms. So I used a mitt. I love using a mitt. I just did that all over my body. I would say it did take a pretty good amount of sprays to fully saturate like my arm. I would honestly say like 5 or 6 sprays, which I kind of feel like is a lot, and then I would just try to rub it all in. And I did that all over my arms, my legs, my stomach, my neck, my face. I did do a little bit of my back, but not fully, just because I was doing it on myself, and it can be hard to get your back, but it's still winter here in Michigan, so I'm not that concerned about my back being a little white compared to the rest of my body. If it was summer, then I would just have my mom or somebody else do it for me. The one thing that I did want to mention with this application, although it was pretty easy, is that it doesn't have a color guide. And I use like the Saint Tropez or Loving Tan Mousse. It has a color guide so that you can see where you are applying the tan, and you can make sure that you don't have any streaks or blotchiness or anything like that, and you will end up with an even tan. And since this doesn't have that, it did make me a little bit nervous, just because I didn't really know like if I got everywhere. And to be honest, I probably used more product than I needed to use, just because I wanted to make sure that I covered all bases so that I wasn't streaky. And because of that, I don't know that I would say this is like beginner friendly. I definitely feel like it would be better to start with like the self-tanning drops or the mousse before jumping into the water, just because there isn't a color guide and you don't really know where you're applying it. But other than that, I thought that the application was super easy. It didn't smell too horrible. I mean, it does smell like a self-tanner, but it wasn't anything overpowering or that like I couldn't deal with. As for the stickiness, I did feel a little bit sticky for about 3 hours, I'd say. After that, I definitely didn't feel sticky anymore at all. And I do want to mention that whether you are using the mitt or your palms, make sure you wash your hands after applying this, because self-tanner loves to stick to your hands. And that is like my biggest pet peeve, is when I have like orange knuckles or wrists or something like that. Like, I would much rather have whiter hands than my body than to have blotchiness and way super orange hands. So make sure that you really wash your hands good after applying. This tan takes about 4 to 6 hours to develop. Obviously, as time goes on, the darker it gets. And to be honest, at first, I felt like the tan was not developing, and I was kind of like underwhelmed with my progress. And I just felt like it wasn't really what I had hoped for. But I will say that in the last couple hours, it did start to get a lot darker. I let this self tan sit on me for a full 6 hours before I did the after clips, which I will include here so that you can see. Most self tanners tell you to shower after the time is up, but this one doesn't mention anything about that, so I assume you can just go on with your day. I think showering is just preference. I didn't really feel like I needed to because I didn't feel sticky anymore, so I didn't. The self tanner definitely produced a more natural looking tan, and I am definitely glad that I did purchase the green shade versus the pink one, which is for people with lighter skin tones. I think that this is definitely a very healthy looking tan. I really do like the color of it, but I do think that after I use this green shade up, I will probably be purchasing it in the purple, the darkest shade, just because I really like a deeper tan. But if you are somebody that just likes a medium, natural, glowy looking tan, then I definitely think that this green one is the perfect color. And like I said, I do have these in the self-tanning drops, and I do use the drops occasionally on my face and on my neck, and I have those in the green shade, and I do like that for the face and neck, but I just feel like the tanning water didn't produce as dark of a tan as the drops do. I don't know why that would be the case, but that's just kind of what I feel like. So I feel like I would stick to the green for my face and neck, and then if I wanted to use the tanning water all over, I would probably use the darker shade. I didn't really notice any streaking or any weird like patches or anything like that, which I honestly was pleasantly surprised with, especially since the application doesn't have a color guide or anything like that. The only place that I did notice a tiny bit of splotchiness was over here on my neck. Honestly, I get that every single time I self-tan, no matter what self-tanner it is that I use or how much I exfoliate exfoliate. I don't know, I must just have some weird texture going on my neck. So I really wasn't worried about it, and I definitely cannot blame it on this product. But overall, I mean, I am very happy with the tan, and I do think that it comes at a great price point. I know that many self tanners can be very expensive, and I definitely will be repurchasing it again, like I said. I really like how it provides like a glow and a radiance. I think it looks so healthy and natural on the skin, and I do think that shades like this are perfect for the winter. And then if you do want to go deeper and you like a little bit of a deeper tan like me, then maybe you could purchase the darker shade for the summer months. Leave a comment down below and tell me if you've tried any of the Isle of Paradise tanning product. I'm super interested in trying out the tanning drops all over my body. I think that I might try those out for a video in the future, so let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. But other than that, that is all for today's video. I will list the kit that I picked up and the Isle of Paradise website down below so that you can check them out. If you have any other questions or if I missed anything, then please be sure to leave a comment down below also, and I would be very happy to answer you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.